Hi everyone. So what do I want? You're thinking, what do you mean, what do you want? Well, what do I want? I want to be loved. I want to be loved, cherished, cared for. I want a partner who has my back on my good days and on my bad days. I want someone who can see all the bits of me and love me in spite of them. And yeah, I'm complicated. I am complicated. I am very harsh. I'm very blunt. I can be mean, but anyone who knows me, not my facade, not the bull, me, knows that I have the most incredibly huge heart. I am the easiest person to take advantage of. And for goodness sake, I can't watch a cartoon like Bambi because when the cartoon character cries, it breaks my heart. I don't watch movies where animals are harmed. I obviously understand the nature of nature, and if I'm watching a nature documentary, I recognize that a lion is going to eat a buck. That is survival. But where an animal or a human gets hurt, it breaks my heart. I'm virtually inconsolable in those instances. And the only partner I ever had who actually saw that was my last partner. And I loved him. And I do believe he loved me. Whether he did, still does, is neither here nor there. The point is that I want love. I want someone who values me. I want someone who can see the intricacies in my soul. I want someone who recognizes that when I stop talking, it's because I'm hurt. When I stop fighting, it's because I don't feel valued. And I don't mean fighting as in arguing every 5 minutes. I'm not big on arguing. I enjoy a good debate. I enjoy chatting about politics, religion, astrology, astronomy, animals, nature, you name it, I enjoy chatting about it. I don't enjoy talking about other people behind their back. I don't enjoy talking about what I cooked for supper today. I don't enjoy talking with other people about their children and how marvelous their children are, or, oh, Johnny took his first step. Yes, I'm pleased for him, but it doesn't interest me. I'm interested for the first few minutes when you're telling me something new to do with some topic that is close to you, such as perhaps your children or, I don't know, your partner or whatever the case may be. But I'm not particularly interested in knowing what item of clothing you're going to buy for your child and what they wore yesterday and what nappy size they are and what size shoe they wear and what type of cot you're going to buy or what type of bed they need. It doesn't appeal to me. If a conversation is going to be like that, leave me out. And you will then see the wallflower. I won't say a word. Because, frankly, it's mundane. It has no bearing on my mental interest. But, yeah, sure. Tell me about your family. But not for 5 hours, and certainly not continually day in and day out. So, I can speak on a wide variety of topics. I people watch. And this people watching comes from hypervigilance. The hypervigilance comes from not feeling safe. So, I want to be loved by someone who makes me feel safe. And up until my previous partner, I never had that. I never had somebody who accepted me for who and what I was. I never had somebody who, I suppose, was amused by my quirks as much as I was amused by his quirks. I was able to change persona dependent upon the environment that I was in at that time. And we had fun together. So that is what I want. I want to be loved and accepted for who and for what I am, warts and all. I want to feel safe. I don't want to feel as if I'm going to lose you. I don't want to wonder how long it'll be before you throw me away. I don't want to contemplate what exactly you are benefiting from me that keeps you around. All I want is to be loved and cherished and to feel safe with someone who I can reciprocate those feelings. From a financial perspective, hell, it would be great if I didn't have to worry about finances. But realistically, I can support myself and I have my entire life. I've given myself homes my entire life. Obviously not when I was growing up, but we know what I'm saying. So that is what I want. And then you're going to say to me, well, in order to find love, you need to put yourself out there. No. No. I'm not going to go to some arbitrary bar or discotheque or hangout or whatever on earth it is that people call it nowadays to try and meet somebody. I'm not the person who goes out to find somebody in some arbitrary situation. And it's very counterproductive. Because where does one meet somebody? Oh, I know, let's go online dating. No. I'm not going online dating. I'm not going to look at, well, first of all, I'm not going to list all my benefits and flaws on some application so that some person can look at it and decide yes or no. Does this individual potentially meet my requirement? Because my picture and my bio doesn't do me justice. I am more than just a picture and a bio. I am an intricate, involved, complex human being. And I don't want to meet someone who thinks they can encapsulate their entire life on an internet application. I don't think so. Because if you can encapsulate your entire life on an internet application, then you're probably boring. I want to meet someone, speak to them, find out who they are, what makes them tick. I don't want to do it in a setting where people are taking drugs or people are drinking alcohol, copious amounts of alcohol. Within reason, yes, let's have a glass of wine or a whiskey or whatever the case may be. But don't force me into a situation where people are getting smashed and then pretending to be something that they're not. I, first of all, detest shouting, and most of those environments are far too loud. And second of all, I need to be able to think. I want to be able to think so that I can do justice to the conversation that I'm having with a person. I want to be able to show them respect for who and for what they are. So we can't do bars and parties and clubs and I don't know what they call them nowadays. Perhaps a braai in South Africa, overseas barbecue or barbie or whatever the hell it is you call it, where people get together and eat dead animals. Yeah, it doesn't work for me. I'm vegan. I don't mind watching other people eating dead animals. But unfortunately, those people who are eating dead animals invariably have a problem with the fact that I won't. And let's face it, why should you have a problem with my diet? Why should you have a problem with the fact that I'm not going to take a piece of cow or a piece of sheep or a piece of pig and throw it on a fire or a stove and then eat it gleefully? Why do they have a problem with me? I don't agree with what they're eating, but I don't judge people for it. So why am I judged for it? So those events don't actually work, because invariably I start out ostracized. I start out as an outcast, which to me is just ridiculous. I mean, hell, I'm not judging you. Why on earth are you judging me? So what I want is to meet somebody in a non-confrontational, pleasant environment where I can get to know somebody. But that's not going to happen. So, realistically, the attainable is unattainable. So all my life, and now I am including my childhood, I have wanted to be loved. I have wanted to have somebody who sees me as the person they want to cherish and as the person they want to cherish them. And I did have that for nearly 2 years. And when that ended, I realized that it was better to never ever have had it, because then I knew what it felt like, and I knew what I was missing, what I'd lost out on, what hadn't happened. In fairness, now I know what I want. Gosh, there's a song. Anyway. So I know what I want. I want to be loved, and I want to be loved in return. I don't want play bullshit love. I don't want, oh, she looks nice, she looks hot, I want to have sex with her, let's pretend. Go and pretend you're an Eskimo living in an Eskimo land. I'm not interested. I want to get to know somebody. And I want somebody to take the time to get to know me so that they can learn to value me and I can in turn value them. It's actually ridiculous. When I was growing up, young adult, I would meet people in pubs and stuff like that. And I never wanted to meet somebody in a pub, because as their partner, when you're wondering where on earth they are and why they haven't contacted you, you can bet your bottom dollar they're sitting in a club or a pub somewhere, potentially picking up some or other woman. So I've never wanted that. All I've really wanted is to get to know somebody so that they can get to know me, so that we could fall in love and be together as wingmen, I suppose, partners, people who take care of and care for each other. And in this day and age, it's a huge ask. It really is a huge ask. Because, yes, I do have a male friend who loves me. He has a wonderful husband. He's a wonderful man. They are happy together. So he can't be to me what I need. He can't wake up next to me in the morning and say, oh, let's go out and for a drive in the countryside. Let's go hiking. Why don't we do ABC, hang gliding, whatever the case may be. Climb a mountain, go down to the beach. Let's go on a holiday together. Hell, a holiday would be nice. And that is what I want. But apparently, barring for 2 years, in my life this is an impossible task. It's an impossible ask. Is it because there's something horribly, horribly wrong with me? Probably. Is it physical? I don't know. I was told when I was young that I was fat, that I was ugly, that I was stupid. I've also been told that I'm too skinny. I've been told I need to eat more. I've been told I need to eat less. I've been told I need to exercise. I've been told I exercise too much. I've been told all the negative things you can about the physical form, about the mental form, about the emotional form. Were they true? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe from a normal person perspective, I am abnormal. I don't know. All I know is that what I see isn't altogether shit. Who I am isn't altogether shit. In fairness, I won't take shit from anyone. I won't allow people to bully me, unless, of course, they can physically harm me, or unless, of course, they are people that I'm already inherently scared of because of lifelong bullying by those self-same people. But for the most part, if I know you and I've known you for 5, 10, 15 years, and you start bullying me, I will walk away. I will turn my back on you and I will walk away. And I won't ever look back. And when both my parents had died, I realized that they were the people who were making me hide. Them and my darling siblings. And the only sibling who I am most unfortunate to still need to deal with in any form and capacity is that hideous brother of mine. I actually gave him a nickname. I renamed him on my cell phone, and every application where his name came up, where I had to keep him because of business, I renamed him because his name revolts me. Because I was so triggered by his name. I mean, an arbitrary salesperson phoned me one day and introduced himself. And it triggered me so badly. I said to him, I'm really sorry, it's got nothing to do with you. I hate your name, goodbye, and put the phone down. And blocked the number. Because I can't. I can't. I don't want to see the name. At all. Ever. Except maybe on a death certificate. That would make me very happy. And, yeah, shoot me. Throw me down. Tell me you have to love your mother and father and you have to love your brothers and sisters and oh, do me a favor. Do you love the people who harm you? Do you love the people who bully you? Do you respect and honor people who treat you like crap, day in and day out? Who manipulate you, who take advantage of you, who bankrupt you? I don't think so. Just because that person happens to have the same genetic material in their blood and their body does not mean I have to respect them. And if that is your belief, and that is what you want to do, by all means do it. Don't preach to me. Don't preach to me. More crimes are committed by families because of that than can even begin to be imagined. The biggest and nastiest bullies in my life are blood-related. They have had the most negative impact on my life. Suffice it to say, that revolting brother destroyed the only relationship where I was ever loved. So, no, I'm sorry, I don't care to see him or his name except on a death certificate. Because then I will know that I'm finally free. As harsh as it sounds, then I will know that I'm finally safe. Because since he bankrupted me, I've been looking over my shoulder. I've been watching my back. I've been waiting. I'm waiting for one of his horrible friends to find me and to tell him where I am. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for him to appear in places that I go, so that maybe he can see me, maybe he can bully me again. So, yeah, all I want is to have someone who can understand me and love me in spite of myself, who I can understand and love in spite of themselves. And at the end of the day, is asking to be loved such an out there request? Is asking to be loved outlandish? Is it abnormal? Is there something wrong with me because I want somebody to love me, to be my one and only, my forever, my until death do us part? Is that too much to ask? Anyway, more on that on another day. Have a great day now.